Well, the preparation in the summer, a lot of it is on the athletes themselves. We have our incoming freshmen that are here on campus all, for the month of July, and they had the opportunity to work with Coach Erickson in the weight room and conditioning, and with the new rules now, we were able to get in the gym with them for a couple hours a week, which is a really nice advantage to be able to teach them some basic stuff before coming back in the summer. So pretty much it's just getting in shape, and everybody had some goals that they wanted to work on over the summertime to improve on, and I think the kids have come back better in the areas that they wanted to come back better in, and that's a real positive for our program. I think we have a really tough non-conference schedule, sort of like last year. We're going to Maryland, and they were a top 4 team last year, so, and they're going to be a really good team this year. So I think those opportunities are always great for our kids, and it's just a fun environment to play in. And then going to Penn State, that's going to be exciting for the kids. But I mean, obviously for us, the preseason, prior to conference play, it's all about us honing in and getting better at things that we need to get better at, and finding out, what are the things that we really have to work on. So obviously our goal every year is to win more games than we did the year before in the non-conference schedule, and then to get in, and then to have that prepare us for playing in the Northeast Conference and being successful in the Northeast Conference. Well, I think number one, you always want leadership from your seniors. I mean, I thought last year, Kaylee and Amanda both, they both had really, really strong seasons for us as a senior, and I think that really helps your program when your seniors play well. TJ and Kayla being starters last year and having a lot of playing time, obviously that same expectation is there with those two kids. And then Nicole just being a really intelligent kid and understanding what we're doing, being able to come in and give us more minutes and be more of a leader as a senior will be like leaps and bounds, will help us out if that happens. And but we're looking forward to it, and I think TJ's a battler. Physically she's going to battle every single night. She's going to make big plays for you because that's her personality. And Kayla, her quickness, her lateral ability to get by people. I mean, both of those kids are really tough matchups for the other team. And in terms of Nicole, I mean, obviously she's our sharpshooter. When people are playing us in zone, I mean, she's a person that can get out there and shoot the ball and create spacing for us. So the better she shoots the basketball from the perimeter, that's going to help us. Well, I mean, that post spot, it's wide open. Gio and Emma, they've been here. They have the experience behind them. Andy, as a freshman, she's out there battling every single day, and she's been doing some really good things in practice. So I think it's going to be a battle, and I think it might be multiple people playing in that position. If they can each give us, so many minutes apiece and go out and rebound the basketball and score for us and play good D, I mean, we're going to be fine. But right now it's every single day battling, and it's not, we can't, at this point, can't say, oh, it's this person that's going to play or it's this person that's going to play. I mean, they have to show us. We have 2 practices behind us, so they have to really show us every day in practice who's going to earn that spot. Right. Well, Reagan Roberts, she tore her ACL before she came. She's a post player. She's a banger. Right now she's rehabbing the ACL injury, so it's a matter of where she's going to be. Is she going to be able to play when we get into conference play, or are we going to redshirt her for the season? So we're still kind of up in the air with that, what we're going to do with her. I think sometimes it's a little bit easier for bigs to come back from ACL just because of the way they play. They don't have to move laterally as much as a guard does, so sometimes they can get back. So we'll see what happens with her in that post spot. And then after that, we have Kiana Patterson and Sydney Hines and Andy Leiden, the 3 other freshmen that have come in. They're all kids that are hard workers. They're doing everything that we're asking them to do every single day. They're buying into the program, and I think that that's really important. And again, as freshmen, it's a matter of what they're going to show us every day. You could be a really talented kid, but if you have trouble picking up what we're trying to do offensively or defensively, it might be difficult for you to play. And it might take a year before you earn that playing time, or you can come in and really pick up on things well and be successful. I mean, I think all three of those kids have the potential to have good playing time. They've done some good things in the preseason, in the first couple days of practice. They've done some good things, so, time will tell. I'm excited about them. I think they're talented, and I think that they can really help our program. Well, I think with Camden, last year she did a lot of great things for us, and, she came in off the bench, and this year, it's still to be said. We haven't announced who our starters are going to be, but I think over the summer she really increased her range, and she has a pretty deep range to begin with. I think she's taking smarter shots, like they're good shots, they're sensible shots, so I think that's a maturity of just being a year older. And I think, with her, she also has that ability to penetrate and make things happen for her teammates. So, I mean, the sky is the limit, but it has to do with how hard she's going to work every single day, and, how much she can grow from last year to this year, just maturity-wise. So, but she's done some really special things in practice, along with a lot of the other kids that make us really excited about the season. Right, and that's kind of what I was talking about a little bit, an average day for a student athlete. I think if most people spent time in their shoes, nobody would ever moan about what they do, because their days are very, very full. They might get up, they might have study hall at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then from study hall going to class, or going to get something to eat and going to class, and maybe having a little bit of time off. Sometimes not, it depends on the day. Some of the kids, Tuesday, Thursdays might be really full days for them. And then coming back and lifting, and sometimes they have an extra study hall. They might have 2 study halls in one day, and then practice. And that was what I was saying earlier, on Tuesday a lot of the kids had back-to-back classes, and they were eating lunch at like noontime, and then they didn't eat before lift, and then we're practicing from 4 to 7 or 4 to 6:30, and their bodies are just exhausted because they lifted and worked so hard during that time. So it's different for every kid every day. Everybody has that day that they look at their time management sheet and say, when am I going to eat? When am I going to find some time to eat? And it's tough, because it's not like, there's certain days where that's not even there for them. Being a student athlete, you're a special person when you're a student athlete, with all the things that you have to do and all the responsibilities that you have. And I think, again, that's what makes them great employees someday, because they have that gift of knowing how to manage their time and how to handle themselves. So long days, and I think they cherish their sleep. I mean, obviously last year we were picked to finish last, and we came in tied for first in the Northeast Conference for the first time ever, which was really, really exciting for us. But losing in double overtime in the semifinals of the league play, that didn't settle very well with the kids. So everybody has a mission, to get to the NEC tournament and to be that first team to win it. And, just like everybody else in our conference, everybody wants to win the Northeast Conference Championship. So, it's a battle every day, but that is our goal. It's to win that NEC, but at the same time, just like last year, it's one game at a time, one play at a time. We can't look ahead. We have to do the work now, and every single day that we do the work, that's going to help us to grow and be the team that we can be at the end of the season. So, and I think the kids all understand that.